Hi, you all. This is Attention Soul, and I'm back with another word. I'm back with another message. And tonight's message is going to be about how to protect your energy and how to know that your energy is wanting to be siphoned. So I was talking to myself earlier while I was in my kitchen, and I was talking about women in particularly, how certain women want to rebirth other women, basically give birth to other women. And I know that sounds funny, but hear me out. What I mean by that is they want to be basically take the role of the mother figure. They want to be the head empress. They want to be the head honcho. They want to be this, and that, without realizing that they have to harness their own energy. And when you harness your own energy, when you believe and you trust and you value yourself internally and externally, you will not have to put down another person. You will never have to talk badly about another person. You will not have to step out of really your place, your lane, to mother and nurture and do all this unsolicited things that the person doesn't even want from you if you honed down on your own energy. And the reason why people do this is because they are trying to fill a void. They want to fill up the whole room. They want to kind of like feel like they can cradle everybody, kind of feel like that everyone is their child, everyone is under their wing. And I'm gonna say this right now, nobody's wings is that big besides the Lord's. And a lot of people are realizing that our energy comes from God. Our energy comes from our higher selves. Our energy doesn't just come from us. So when you step out of your lane to put somebody else in theirs, without warrant, when you do that, you are devaluing yourself. You are, when people give unsolicited advice, they're taking on a role that nobody ever asked them to do. They're help me God. They're giving what's not even wanted, what's not even needed at all. And I'm trying to remember what I said to myself earlier. What did I say to myself earlier? I was like, basically, women want to birth other women and kind of like step over them and just like encompass their energy with their own energy. Does that make sense? It's like they're trying to take over another person's energy by making their energy seem more bigger. And this is what I call the flamingo effect. I call it the flamingo effect because you know how the flamingo can be kind of alluring. And this is what the women do that want to siphon energy. They're alluring. They're very beautiful. They're very captivating. And there's nothing wrong with being beautiful. I claim myself to be beautiful as well. But one thing that I do not do is try to be something that I'm not, basically. I don't impede on people's lives and try to direct them. I don't feel like I have to be the only one guiding the room. I don't feel like I'm the only one that can take up space. Now, my energy is very big. My energy is very potent and strong, but I will more than likely, I'd be more than what's the word, God? I'd be more than welcomed to give somebody else the floor. There's enough space in the world for all of us. And that's where a lot of people just don't feel like there is. A lot of people don't feel like there's enough room for everybody. When this world is infinite, when you're an infinite being, when you're an infinite goddess, you know that there's enough room, there's enough space, there's enough for everybody to get some. And you have to be able to visualize and envision what abundance means to you. Because you may be wanting to take from somebody that doesn't even have the same vision as you. So that's that person again, stepping out of their lane, stepping out of their purpose to navigate somebody else's will, to navigate somebody else's desires, to navigate somebody else's life. They're literally stepping out of their purpose to be purposeful in somebody else's purpose when that person didn't even ask. This is where getting to know your energy, loving your energy, loving yourself for who you are, like not feeling like you have to sabotage other people to be the number one. You know what I mean? To be number one. Like, and no, not everybody can be number one, but everybody can be who they want to be within their own visualization, within their own life, how they view their life to be, whatever they want their life to be, they can be that. And I feel like this is the reason why it takes away from a lot of women. It takes away from women that never was in competition to begin with. And be real, when you're not in competition with nobody, you're only seeing yourself. You're only seeing your goals. You're only seeing your visions. You're only seeing God. You're only seeing the things that he wants for you. But then when somebody like that comes into your life and they're trying to siphon energy, these women need other people's energy in order to feel important, in order to feel needed, in order to feel loved, in order to feel seen. They have to take up all the space in order to feel loved, seen, heard. Does that not seem like that's coming from a place of an empty void? Does that not seem like that's coming from a lack mentality? It's coming from a place of scarcity where you feel like you have to take up other people's space in order to be seen. Baby, sometimes you ain't got to do all that, and you never have to do all that. Sometimes there's people out here that don't got to do that, and they take up just as much space as you do when you've been in the game for how many years? They create this fake beef, and it's weird. It's weird. I was just like, these women want everybody to be their little children. They're little children. It's like, girl, I'm a woman too, and you should be thinking, I'm a woman. I can give birth. I can give birth. I can end life if I wanted to. I am so confident within my being. I'm so confident in my womb and what my womb can do. I don't feel the need to devalue another woman in order to bring value to myself, in order for me to only be seen. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe because I came from a different background. I came from a different type of life where I wasn't always seen. I wasn't always heard. I wasn't always respected. I wasn't always loved. So I had to give that love to myself, regardless of what anybody else thought about me. And the people that didn't grow up like that, the people that automatically had the eyes, that had the people wanting them, that had the people flaunting after them, they are so used to having the floor. They're so used to having everything that they don't know what it feels like to get your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-love out of the mud. So they don't see importance. They don't see the value in another woman having to work hard to love herself. And then when she comes into that confidence, that Godfidence, people want to dim it. And it's impossible to dim it when God is within inside of you. It's impossible. Literally, confirmation. Like, it's impossible. When God is inside of you, it is impossible. Look, God is my maker. Ain't no other woman gonna birth me. I got one mother. Like, look, I got one maker and one mother. Ain't no man, no woman, no entity gonna feel like they gotta rebirth me. Let me turn my light back on. Oh, it's not turning back on. Dang it. Anyway. There we go. Anyway. that was it. And I was just really having this conversation with myself because I can feel certain energies around me, whether they say something to me or not. I can know when somebody wants to basically daughter me. And I haven't encountered this recently, but guys, I can feel energy from miles away. I mean, that's just my God-given gift. I can feel energy. I'm very sensitive when it comes to energy. So yeah, anyway, what God really wants me to say is that as a woman of God, you have to be comfortable with sharing your energy. You have to be mature enough to know that people are going to pull on your energy. People are going to pull on your energy. But just because they're pulling on it doesn't mean you got to give it to them. Make them work for it. Make them say what they got to say to your face. Make them come up to you. Make them respect you. By loving yourself and respecting yourself. By not stepping down. By not allowing somebody to take over your space. A lot of us have worked hard to love ourselves. We ain't letting nobody step on us. This is the confidence that God wants us to have. This is the confidence and the faith that God wants us to have. He wants us to be humble to Him. He wants us to be humble in His eyes, but He doesn't want us to be doormats, to be pushovers. Okay? So, anything else, God? Anything else you want me to say? No, He's like, no, you've had it. You've had the floor and I'm good. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, He's like, no, you've had it. You said it. You said what you needed to say. And you're good. You've had the floor. And I've had the floor, right? And I love the fact that I had the floor for the moment that I had the floor. And now somebody else is going to post on YouTube and then they're going to have the floor. It just goes like that. That's life. That's life. And when you see it like that, and when you value it like that, can't nobody take nothing from you. Can't nobody take what's already yours.